I cannot get enough of Sandustry, the fantastic sand factory automation game. We are creating a massive factory. We're in the process of creating an absolutely gargantuan factory. We have already got a ton of gold. We have got a lot of sand processing capability. However, we don't have enough. And in order to take our factory from big to absolutely gigantic, I think we're going to have to seriously change how a whole bunch of these processes work. There's a lot of, like, little fixes here that basically mean we've got a whole bunch of detritus going into the wrong areas. We've got a whole bunch of sand that is clearly, you know, we've got a lot of sand here. Some of it is being processed, but a lot of it isn't being processed. We've got 11,600 gold at the moment, but it's not enough. It is not enough at all. So here's what I am going to do. I am going to institute a little bit of a blockade, because what I would like to do is basically change how we are doing things in this area. I'm going to allow this... I'm going to allow this stuff to clear, basically get out of the way. We'll maybe help by moving a few bits of wet sand up into this area. There we go. But basically, I want to start with almost a clean slate from this this section of the factory. Now, one of the things, how much sand do we have in the pit? Not a lot. We also don't have much water, but we are going to change that. Also, there is a little bit of a block here, and I think that is from the terracore that yeah, it was just there. Don't know what that is. What the heck is that? Oh, it's ice. Oh. Why is there ice there? Not sure. Not sure at all. Anyway, yeah, so there's a couple of different problems. I like the fact that we've got this pool here. What I can also do is I can sort of now access the drill and drill out a little bit of... There we go. A little bit of conveyor belt here. I don't think that will really make a material difference to anything, but I guess it kind of looks a little bit better now. Kind of nice, I suppose. Very nice. My drill is not particularly good. That is another thing that I really want to change. I want to fix water generation. We've not done any pipe work yet, and I think we could do with moving and having sort of like an automated cooling setup, an automated heating setup where we have, you know, ice that we are, you know, sort of like semi-regularly melting water and whatnot. I think that would be really cool. But for now, we've just got these lumlings that are just going to help us out, which is absolutely fine. Then we get to the main attraction. Yeah, this is the area that I think we're going to sort out first. Now, the principal issue with this is not that we don't have enough shakers. I just think it's maybe the fact that we are just not exposing enough of, or we just don't have enough. We don't expose enough of our shakers to sort of surface. We don't give them enough surface area to do their working. So I'm thinking that we maybe want to have some sort of like a system like this, where we have like a little alternating... There we go. We have like a little alternating sort of pachinko board coming down here, something like that. I don't know if this is going to be better, but I think it has the opportunity to be. There we go. So something like that. There we go. And I'm just kind of thinking this will give us a little bit more. Doof that up. Yeah, this will give us a bit more. Sure. That's definitely not even. Yeah. Yeah, we'll give that a shot. I want to see how this sort of like works, just doing a little bit of processing. So we drop a lot of sand on this. There we go. It should all get sort of like shaken down roughly. Does it? There we go. It sort of bumps things off. That's kind of nice. What about if I keep overloading it? Let's have a little look. It seems better. It seems better. And obviously this is just like half the amount that we would end up having. Yeah, so I think something like this is not a terrible idea. Right, this is the system that I think we are going to trial. Is it going to work? I have absolutely no idea. But what we basically have is multiple different checks in here that should allow us to avoid any sort of issues. Ignore this sort of system that just keeps on failing, because of course it's going to fail. Let's add a few bits of wet sand right on over into here. So this is designed to handle like a lot of stuff. We're not going to be seeing stuff just hopefully fall down the side. We're hopefully going to be seeing stuff sort of shot all across. And the idea is that we should be able to basically just add wet sand in to any location. And if it starts backing up over here, then it should get then it should allow us to sort of move from using just this facility to this facility over here. Now, down at the bottom, we allow gold and residue to come down. Residue comes... Ooh, I'm going to just block this off because I have yet to finish actually dealing with this area. But you can sort of see we will allow gold to come down, we will allow residue to come down, and that's all good and well because we want gold and residue to come down, and then we want to process residue somewhere else. And actually, I've not even started with the residue processing system yet. What is that? Water? Why on earth do I have water over here? Very, very rogue. We'll deal with that in just a little bit. How much water have these guys produced? Not a bad amount. It's not going to be enough, but it's not half bad. Right. So we're going to let the residue... There we go. Get out of there. And yeah, this is hopefully designed to be scalable, which is kind of the vibe. I don't know if that's going to end up actually being true, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see really, really shortly. And again, as long as it just allows wet sand through, we should have absolutely no issues. But I actually want to do some modifications to the pool area, but we're maybe going to hold off on just doing that for a little second. What I would really like to do in the intervening time is to create a separate belt. There we go, for this area. Now, what I would like is a totally separate system for these two areas. That's fine, that can go in there. Yeah, we want a totally separate... Oh, it's red sand, which I'm sure we're going to get onto in a little bit. Yeah, I want a totally sort of separate two processing areas. I think that's kind of important for reasons which will become clear in just a little bit. Let's put you, I don't know, there. I don't care. Get it out of here. Residue can go up there. That's cool. Over there and over there. And I'm sure that'll get processed somewhere in just a little bit. Which is very nice. Anyway, so this should all clear. See, this is just an absolute mess. Also, there's water in there, so that's kind of slowing things down a little bit. Cool. Anyway, completely separate area. We want to allow only... That's not what I wanted to do. We want to block wet sand. Yep. So we only allow wet sand through, and everything else is going to drop down here onto a belt that I'm just going to create in just a second. And then we want to basically have the exact same system over here, where we're only going to allow wet sand through. And if it matches up, which it should do, that is matched up perfectly, then there we go. It should actually just fall. It should actually just fall straight through. So that would be quite nice. And then we cut this out. Launcher Mark II. Right up to the top there. Right across. And that's great. And also we need to get this whole system upgraded to the next level of launcher. So we're going to go launcher, 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 launcher. All the way up to the top. And I think we're actually going to retire this entire section. Here we go. Nice. Conveyor belts. And then foundation. All the way up the side here. I'm not taking any chances at all. This area is still total mess. Let's put it into our new processing area. Right. I think I want to turn on one of these pipes. So let's go and give it a shot. Let's let's do this with our new processing area. So yeah, this is yet to be sort of fixed. It's yet to be finalized, but we'll get to that in a bit. We've got residue here, which honestly I'm not sure how we're going to end up moving that up. Also, this now needs to be conveyor belt level 2. That needs to be conveyor belt level 2 as well. Also, tell you what, clearing frame. Yeah, let's do that. So that we move everything into the center. When inevitably we are dealing with much more resources in this pond. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, so this does not completely fix all of our problems, but it's fine for now. Let's make sure that we get that in there, just so that we have a bit of a sort of physical break. Yeah, I think part of the problem is that filters seem to operate at a slower like rate of movement. So if I was to put conveyors all the way across here, yeah, that would operate at a slower sort of speed of movement, which is not actually ideal. Okay, this is fine. We can kind of stop this by just doing that. So yeah, maybe if filters do operate at a slower speed of movement, then that's not necessarily too problematic here. Oh, look, a couple of bits of sand have clearly escaped. Also, this is absolutely an imperfect design because I can still squeeze in. There we go, a little bit more there, just in case there is sort of like any overflow. We'll do the same over here, over there, etc. Yeah, this doesn't really seem to be working as well as I intended. It's not bad. I think it's definitely an improvement. It's not bad at all. What about if I put in like a little belt here? What if I kind of like alternate this? Does that make it a little bit more equitable? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. I tell you what, though. I mean, it's working not too badly. I don't have the filtration system in here, as you can kind of see. I do still have that sort of like double filtration up at the top, which is not necessarily the end of the world, but I kind of want to do a bit of a better job there. Let's grab this wet sand, take it out here. Yes, I know we're kind of like recycling a whole bunch of residue, but the reason that we're recycling a whole bunch of residue is because I have yet to deal with this area up here. For now, we're just going to put in a bit of a holding area up there. Let's do that. Let's do this, and cut that out there too. Okay, let's go see this in action. The good news is that I don't believe that there should be any escape. I think we should have pretty full coverage. Pretty full coverage of all of this, which is quite nice. We're not moving a huge heck of a lot. Yeah, the filters are slow as heck. But hey, it is in fact working. Look at that. We're picking up void seeds. That's okay. We will address that in due course. We're moving a bit of residue across. That's okay. Yeah. Okay, well, the good news is that it definitely feels better. I don't know if it actually is better, but like anecdotally it feels better. Very anecdotally, it feels slightly better. This is not good. What's going on here? Oh, I see. We've reached the maximum. For now, just do that. Just do that. Get it out of there. Get it out of there. Throw it all forward. Yeah, I should probably be doing stuff like that a little bit more often. Where we end up just sort of like throwing it forward. That'd be kind of useful. Right. Are we out of... we're out of sand down here. That's a-okay. To be fair, we need to be utilizing this whole system a lot more. Are we still not sorted over here? We're not. This is not good. This is not good. Regular sand. Yeah, regular sand should fall straight through. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine for now. Yoink the water out of here. There we go. And put that down there. Right. Okay, so it's slow. It's slow, it's imperfect. And we also don't have anywhere for the offcuts to go at the moment. And I kind of don't like that. Kind of don't like that. Let's have a system that will allow residue. There we go. Oh, no. Opposite. Allow residue. And then others, I'm just going to put into like a little teleportation setup. I'm going to try and build this exact setup here. Yeah, so there to there to there. We'll build it like on this side. There to there. And what do we have? We have like a little... There we go. And then that. And then it comes out here. And then like so. Yeah. So that should work, and it should mean that there's zero sort of like contamination. So if I take down this... Oops. Oh yeah, and rebuild that in there. Nice. Okay, we've now got movement. That's great. Happy days. Residue should all fall down here, which is fine. No big dealio. And then we should get all of the residue up and away. Let's do that. Brilliant. We'll just stockpile it for now. We can stockpile it over here whilst we're sort of like doing a little bit of troubleshooting. We will have all of the offcuts just sort of fall into one big bin at the moment. That is absolutely fine. But already I can kind of tell that we're going to have some issues here. I mean, the other alternative is to just burn it here. Like, we could burn it, and then that will... Because that will drastically reduce the amount that we actually have. I mean, I kind of don't hate the idea of just burning the residue in situ in this location. I think it's easier to burn it where we're already kind of burning it, but... It would make it easier. Right, let's convert all of this. Let's go and get this burnt for now. There we go. Get that all out of there. Nice. Okay, are we finally figured out how to fix this? Have we finally got rid of all this? I think we have. That's good. Okay. So now we've got one system that is, like... Okay, it's like 90%-ish... Is 90%-ish good. There's some other sort of like little foibles that I want to address, but I think the bigger issues to address are probably going to be the pool and the incredible amount of dirt that we currently have and can generate. Now, I've not even looked at research yet, but swarm capacity, yeah, I mean, the vulcanizer for spawning lava, yes, 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 please. That would be really, really good. Have I got everything else? I've got everything else, which means that we've got a decent amount of stuff available to us. Smelter, we don't need. Thermal buffer, probably not. The pyro dispenser. The pyro dispenser is useful. Steam turbine. I basically need a way. I need heat. I need heat. So we, yeah, the aura extractor. Yeah, okay. Maybe hold on. I'll go. Let me just go back up to the aura extractor over there. You know what? I actually don't, like... I don't completely hate this setup here. Like, this is good. When this works, it works. You can... There we go. Get taken out of here and put through there. Great. Amazing. Yeah, this setup works. When it works, it works. So if it's working, I'm kind of like loath to change it. The issues with the issues with the rest of it are issues with the rest of the setup are also like upstream. Like this all looks perfect. This is all looking great. This is an absolute mess. Don't get me wrong. I really don't love this at all. But I still think flame is our is the best way of tackling this whole situation. We come down here. We get them dried. There we go. Looking good. And in fact, this is yeah, this is pretty incredible. Yeah. So I think just automating the heat. These are not. These are the old ones. Automating the heat is pretty important. Yeah, definitely want to do that. But we're getting a lot of gold from all of this, which is kind of great. Right, I think it is time to get rid of you. I would also like to start the process seeing how... There we go. Digger drones don't really seem to be doing a great job here, actually. Let me get as many stuck into this as I can. Yeah, and we don't have... We really don't have a way to automatically drill this. Yeah, I need to do pumps and stuff. We absolutely need to do that. Flamethrower doesn't make a difference. Yeah, see, this doesn't really seem to vibe. Doesn't really seem to vibe with the digger drones. It does work occasionally. It is infinite sand, but not ideal. Not ideal. Okay, well, hey, at least it's working. We've got stuff coming through. That's great. It's not going to be much, but it is the full system with the exception of this bit over here, which we're gonna work on. Do I want to manually clean this up? I think I do. Right, this area has been cleaned up. I was just thinking though. I mean, I've got the laser. I've not actually used the laser at all. Do I need to? Locator, pulse, vacuum. I mean, I feel like I don't really need any of that. The laser will allow me to, I believe anyway. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Hold on. I think it'll allow me to light things on fire if I'm not mistaken. Not enough power? Okay, apparently I need more power. That was quite expensive, but that's okay. Yeah, so swarm capacity increase, aura, swarm nanobot stuff. Yeah, I will take that because it's free, obviously. And then a vulcanizer. The vulcanizer for spawning lava. I mean, hell yeah. Also, I'm going to go and just check on my... Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe the laser... Oh... That's a weapon. That's like a utility thing. Huh. Well, let me check out the vulcanizer then. I don't know how this is going to work, but like, let's see. So we literally just create water and then we can create steam like that. Okay. I mean, this is kind of cool. So this works like you would imagine. Amazing. Okay, so we create water. We create lava, and then it looks like we create sand as a byproduct. Now, the great thing about this is that this allows me to create a steam generator, basically. This is absolutely fantastic. So this does actually unlock quite a lot of options for me. What's going on here? There we go. So I need to set different targets for the swarm, basically. And then we need to just like eat into this slowly but surely, which is grand. Anyway, yeah, this vulcanizer is amazing because now this thermal buffer right in here. Look at that. That is a completed thermal buffer. Completed it, mates. Look at that. Look at that. That's amazing. It's amazing. You go here. Yeah, drop down. Fantastic. and then fill up there. That is amazing. That is really, really, really good stuff. I like that a lot. We've got a whole bunch of petals here now. And I don't think I can do... Yeah, so with the Cryoblaster and the Vulcanizer, I mean, that's a combo. That's an absolute combo. Then we just put... yeah, we put the petals on fire from time to time. Send them round. Fantastic. Fill it up. And then whenever I need some additional resources, I just yoink that out of there. But I need to get a little bit more power set up first. And yeah, power is what we're gonna have to do. And I do want to get a steam generator, and I've already built the steam generator over here. It's just a case of like linking it up to the power setup. Anyway, that lava situation is, holy cow, that is great. That is absolutely transformative for me. Yeah, I'm really, really happy with that. Let's cut this out of here. Let's cut this out of here. This is actually working. Huh. Holy cow. Okay, well the digger drones are working. Can I... There we go, cancel all of them. Because we basically want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want them all to be working in this sort of system, in this pattern right here. Which is kind of great. Okay, water we are fine for at the moment, but I think we are being slightly overwhelmed by a rather large amount of residue. I'm actually not super worried about that, because residue is like one of those things that once we get rid of it, we will... Well, we won't have any more of it, so we're just kind of like filtering it out at the moment, which I'm completely fine with. What is that over there? Void seed? Okay, well that'll end up in the big old pile of junk that I don't really care about over there, which is absolutely grand. Yeah. Great. Residue, fine. Yeah, this is too much. This is far too much that we've got coming in, but a lot of it, as I say, is residue that's gonna get dealt with. The other thing that we can now do is maybe we want to bring online this second... There we go. This second sorter. So if I cut down... If I cut all of this out here. There we go. There we go. There we go. I don't really want to cut that out without cleaning this area up first. Yeah. We can basically just take... Come on. Over there. Over there. Residue, residue, residue. That's fine. Over there. Red sand. Great. Regular sand. Fine. We'll stick in there for now. Cool. So, cut down on all this. Cut down on all this. Cut down on all this. And then... Go into copy mode. Copy. And... Yeah, Control-C. Control-V. And then this is going to go right here. Take a bit more out first. Go. There we go. Yeah, then Control-V. And then you're going to come and go like there. Yep. And then this is all going to get cut out as well. Beautiful. Beautiful. Then residue location up there. Perfect. Cut that out. Yep, again, the amount of residue that we have coming in here is all just temporary. But, oh. Nice. Great. We're creating fire. Fantastic. Yeah, maybe you should not be doing it with that, actually. Let's be a little bit more sensible. So, Vulcanizer, Cryoblaster, I'm going to put on the second page. Vulcanizer, Cryoblaster, and you know what? Vacuum we'll put in that position there. Cool. And do I have anything in the vacuum at the moment? I've still got sand here. That's fine. There we go. Okay. So that's looking good. That is looking much better. And in fact, that feels like a pretty good rate of... Yeah, it feels like a pretty good rate of everything sort of like coming coming down here. Anyway, you are going to go up to the top here. Great. And then we're going to have a conveyor belt. Goes over there. And then drop down. There, there, there. So that's going to just basically be all of my sort of other stuff that I need to deal with later. A problem for a future potato. This is also... yeah, not ideal. Also, there's steam coming through. How did I manage to get steam in here? Bit of a mystery, to be honest. Not quite sure about that, but... go release it up there. Also, it doesn't really matter if there's much steam. Yeah, it doesn't matter if there's any steam. Actually, right. So I still think we can handle some more. We can handle some more capacity coming through here, but we're gonna start with that's. Ooh, no. Nope. Yeah, nice. Okay, great. That should work mostly perfectly. The only element of... oh, hold on. There's literally lava here. That's the issue. So that was the issue with... that was the issue with that. So we need to be careful. We need to be careful that we don't end up accidentally creating a bit of a monster there. Right, you come up. Great. And then this can get cut out because it's unnecessary. That can get cut out because it's unnecessary as well. Cool. Cool. Have I missed something? Yes, I have. I absolutely have missed something. And that is this. Control C, Control V. Let's take this down a level. And build that in there. Cool. And then that's up to there. Nice. Conveyor belts. Cool. All right, let's go and see if that actually ends up working out. I don't foresee any problems here. Water. Drop it down there. Drop it down there. Yeah, so apart from that little pesky bit of steam that I sort of accidentally created by introducing a little bit of lava into the mix, it's actually not too bad. It's actually not too bad at all. Okay, great. So my mining drones are mining. They are mining sand. It is occasionally coming out. That is good. That is what we like to see. Residue, yeah, we'll throw that into the mix. And yeah, suddenly we've managed to get ourselves a pretty darn big increase in processing capacity. And you know what? I mean, we might not be gaining a huge amount of sand from this system here, but at least it's going to keep on ticking over, and that is something. Next thing that we maybe want to do or start thinking about is sorting the water pumping mechanics for this area, because we could definitely do with a little bit more water. But again, it's not even critical because we've got these lummelings, and they're doing pretty darn good. I think we maybe want to lock up some lava in a few different locations. Yeah, that would probably be pretty good. This is all working as intended. Yeah, I don't love the fact that we've got a bit of residue sort of sticking around here. I do wonder maybe we get like, yeah, little boosters along this road here. Because to be fair, I've kind of made a bit of a different setup. It's a bit more, we got a bit more space over here for the residue to come around. But hey, you know what? It's fine. It's working. It's great. Happy days. This area is still burning. That's perfect. This is still burning. This is also perfect. Yeah, definitely need more water in here as well. Dry petals, they can go right into there. More water in this area. Do you know what? I think it's probably worth building like a like a little test zone, because I think we're gonna do. So if I do lava here, right? Lava here, and then I do. Oh, what does that create? Scoria. Huh. Lava interacts with water. Scoria. Well, snow interacts with snow interacts with flame to become water. Steam interacts with the condenser, which we've not yet built. So the condenser is powered by what? Condenses adjacent gases into their liquid form. Uses cold from adjacent thermal buffer or snow from above. Okay, well that's fine. We can do that quite easily. So that is how we make water. Right. Right. I kind of think that that's what I want to do. Let's finish cryoblasting this area over here. So the lava. Yeah, this is a mess. This is a mess, but we can fix this. I can grab lava. This is destroyed with a shovel and therefore a drill, so that's fine. And that creates what? That creates cinder, which is flammable. Huh. Okay. Very interesting. There's a lot of interesting things here. Kind of want to almost just deal with this area later. Yeah. There's a system that I want to build. I'm gonna go build it, and then I'm gonna bring it back. Down here. Right. I think I've created effectively an infinite water machine here. Here's what happens. First, you put a whole bunch of snow in this area here. Now, this is currently a bit of a slow process, but thing is that as the snow comes down, you will, there we go, you'll sort of see it assembling here, and then we have got a whole bunch of, I mean, I've got a load of these pyro things, but they're not actually required. Like, I can just sort of like delete a couple of them sort of from existence in order to make the entire process that much more, there we go, that much more, didn't mean to do that, that much more efficient. There we go, grab lava. Stick it in there. No. Lava. I need the lava. I need that back. I don't know what it interacts with. It's dangerous. Dangerous stuff. Ugh. Stick it in there for now. Anyway, the point is, this works. This really does work. Then, so it turns into steam here. I feel like maybe I need to be a bit more efficient with this. So we could create like a little trapdoor system. Like this. How about that? And then the snow stockpile can be in here. How about that? Would that work? So snow builds up, gets sent down into this area. It's superheated. Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit less... It's a little bit less efficient just on the basis of where we're having the... There we go. Snow injected into the process. There we go. I keep doing that. That is not a good thing to do. Holy cow, it's not. I keep creating this scoria stuff. Yeah, let's clean out the snow from this area. There we go. Any more snow? Yeah, okay. Well, hopefully that scoria hasn't made too much of a problem for me. But you can kind of see what I'm going for, right? You can kind of see what I'm going for. We have a whole bunch of snow. It comes down into this room, and it will then get turned back into water thanks to the wonders of... Yeah, see, I don't even know if this is a better way of doing things. Yeah, it'll get turned back into water by the wonders of that thing over there. Nope. Ironically, I kind of liked what I had better originally. Needs to go this way. Yeah, how about that? Is that a bit better? Maybe? Yeah. Kinda don't hate it. Kinda don't hate it. Kinda hate how occasionally water gets created in the wrong location. But... there we go. Good. Yeah. I don't know why water ends up being created here. It's probably just because there's too little of it. I don't think that there's a way... I don't think there's a better way for me to automate the snow process at the present moment. Yeah, you know what? I actually still think that the snow coming through here might legitimately be better. Right, well, we'll clearly need to work on this a little bit more, but for now, it's fine. Leave that. Go and do a little bit more heating up over here. This system can actually be tweaked, because what we could do is basically just get a lava pool in the background over here. And this can be really, really large, and we can just fill it with a whole bunch of flippin' lava. There we go. What do you know? So that should give me pretty much an infinite amount of heat here. So we should never really have to worry about this process again. And we can actually do the same in a couple of different areas. But yeah, this is looking better. This is looking better. Right, still loads and loads of steam. I kind of think that I want to do basically the same thing over here. We'll just bite into this supply a little bit. We'll get a pyro dispenser over there. We will fill this area with lava. There we go. Looking very, very good. And then all we need to do is empty out this little section of petals. And what do you know? The pyro dispenser is going to work its magic. What I will also do, just to make sure that we end up properly blowing things in the correct direction, I'm going to end up blowing stuff across there in order to generally move it over there. We'll get rid of you. There we go. So if we do this, then it will always sort of like stay on fire in the correct locations. That's the dream anyway. And to be fair, it looks like it's doing a pretty good job of doing exactly that. There we go. It's on fire. It's going up to the correct location. It's coming back down. It's freezing in the right location. And we're going around. This is honestly bonkers. Oh, we got too much gold. We got too much gold. What a great problem to have. Right. Right. We need to really focus up on getting this done. Where's the... How can I manipulate the core again? There we go. Yeah, so we need to do this. We need to start satiating the field. And the way that I do this is by... There we go, yoinking that out of there. Oh, do I need to set it back on fire again? think I might. That's fine, though. No big deal. Fantastic. Oh, yeah, and I need to get power sorted as well. Here we go. So go and fill that back up in. Right. So, yeah, we will get more power. That is going to happen. Oh, yeah, steam. Steam. I think what I want to do... I want to get... Was this indestructible? No, this was stone. This is stone. Yeah, what I wanted to do is I wanted to get this basically turned into a massive, big old energy conduit. And if we're able to do that, then that will allow me to circumvent... Maybe... There's got to be an easier way of doing this. I mean, I could just build that there. And then... take... Get out of here. Can I not take this? Can I take this up with a vacuum? Sand. Red sand. Go stick regular sand down here. There we go. Get that out of there. Red sand. Tell you what, let's go and empty red sand. Go and empty red sand. Nice. Okay, this is feeling much more professional. This is feeling much more professional. Can I maybe adjust you downwards by 1? There we go. So that we're always getting full. There we go. So that we're always getting full contact on the pedals down there. Yeah, that's great. That's great. What's not so great is how much gold we're actually getting. This is actually deeply problematic. This is actually deeply problematic. Yeah. We really need to drastically fix this. We need to drastically fix this. Can I use the vacuum here? No. No. I need to basically create an energy connector that goes all the way around here. And gets, yeah. I mean, unless we take a quick little peek over at this side and see what's going on. I mean, there might be some water. There might be some water in a cavern over here. If there's water in a cavern over here, then that would fix all of my problems in one fell swoop. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that water? That's ice. Not enough. I need to create somewhere where we can get and generate a bunch of steam power relatively easily. And I have a funny feeling that it might not be that doable here. What the heck is this? Grass destroyed by a shovel. Okay. Well, we use the drill. Top of the mountain. That's kind of steam, I suppose. It's kind of steam potential. Yeah, I don't actually hate this. This is quite a lot of water here. Okay, so we're going to basically make it rain, and then when we make it rain, it should all get turned into water, and then we can turn it all back into steam when it comes down. Okay. This has got potential. This has got potential over here. And you know what? This might actually allow me to do some pump action. What's over here? Cool. Is this indestructible or is this destructible? That's stone. See, here's the thing. Can I maybe do... maybe do this? Yeah, there we go. Okay, I take it back. This is absolutely workable here. Okay, little tidy up around the edges. Little tidy up around the edges. Fantastic. Okay. Great. So we're getting a load of water coming down here. This is absolutely flipping perfect, you know? It's really good. Don't go in there, though, because I need this. I need this for something. I need this for something here. Right, let's get this sort of hemmed in there. Clear up the water. Great. We can maybe move this around. Do some pumping stuff if we need to. Right, so steam engines. Steam engines, they work like... where is it? Steam turbine. Yeah, so we have an energy connector that needs to link out over here. What is this? Oh, this is my... This is my quite important thing. We've got quite a lot of steam turbine potential here. Right, so this goes up here. This goes in there. Steam turbine. Yeah, so then it basically connected to a power brick. Yeah. And then we basically want to condense right up at the top here. And then we have a snow pile on top. So we need to create a thermal buffer. And that will do that in there. That in there. That in there. I don't even think we need to have anything other than a thermal buffer. Like, I think the thermal buffer should just do it. But let's have a little look-see. Okay, and then we need a energy connector. And I honestly don't know how this is going to work out because I need this here. In fact, actually, can we just put a portal in place? Portal can't go up. How am I gonna bridge this connector? That's the problem. So the siphon allows us to do like long distance, but the energy connector needs to have a direct connection. Do you know what? Actually, let's put it up here instead. There we go. That is what we're gonna do because we don't need this. This connector is nonsense. Here we go. There we go. And there we go. There we go. And perfect. Nice. Nice. Right, I think we're almost ready. I think we're almost ready to do it. Let's give it a shotty, shall we? So I kind of want to burn enough of this off so that I can build this thermal buffer here. How's that working? That's working out like an absolute flippin' dream. Oh, that's amazing. Look at that. You can actually see the power being transmitted. Okay. We want this here. Do I want to capture it? No, actually, there's literally no point in capturing it. We want to do that. We don't want any water falling back in here. There we go. That's better. Yeah, so the water can fall out there, but we need this to be sort of self-contained because otherwise it's just going to create steam and I don't want that. Right. How's this looking? This is looking pretty good. Let's let the steam out. Go. Let the water out. Go. Steam out. Water out. Alternating. And water out there. Very, very nice. Okay, so how much snow are we going to need to have in this area to maintain constant rate of steam generation? Honestly, not sure. But now comes the fun part. Lava. Lava, 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 lava. I think the thermal buffer should just turn it into steam automatically. But if it doesn't, then we will just get ourselves a pyro dispenser. And, oh, of course we need water, don't we? Need to remove the water from there. That's fine. It's good enough. This is absolutely not working. We're going to need to get more pyro dispensers. More pyro dispensers. More pyro dispensers. And get rid of that one. Okay. Water. Yep. Water. Yep. Water. Yep. Okay, so now we have a fully electrifying process that shouldn't, ideally, require my intervention for much longer. Also, why do I need to condense this here? Surely we just have... Surely we just leave it open to the... Leave it open to the elements. Yeah. Like, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with this becoming... With this becoming steam and then just going right back upstairs. That's kind of completely okay. Okay, good. Yeah, so get this all out. Get this all out here. Great. Tell you what, it would be good, though, is if we got it to sort of fall down somewhere else. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, that's really good. That is... That feels like a pretty... That feels like a pretty major... That feels like a pretty major improvement. It would be good if we had more pyro dispensers. In fact, if we had pyro dispensers sort of all up and along here, that would be swell. Yep. 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 And yep. There we go. That's almost professional looking. And look at that. We got loads and loads of power. We can store a tremendously large amount of power. I'm going to take the water out of here. I'm going to stick it down there for now. Turn the sand wet. I don't care. What I need to make sure is that we've got a fully operational... fully operational system over here, because I am about to start in a major, major way. I'm about to start releasing a whole bunch of this fluorinite stuff, whatever it is. We're gonna get it all out of here. Get the water out of there. Get that out of there. Good. Consumes 800 energy apiece. Oop. That's okay. And yep, the gold situation is still problematic. That's not good. I've got too much gold. Far too much gold. Keep moving it across. Keep moving it across. Can I grab my vacuum? Can I hoover up this? No, I can't hoover up that stuff. I think there is an upgrade that actually does allow us to get liquefied vacuum, but that's okay. Right. How is this all looking? I mean, it's looking fine. It's looking good. Could be looking a little bit better. Because we have kind of stopped working. There we go, get that all replaced. That all replaced. Yeah, it stopped working. And let's get a few more extended out there. We can kind of take this back to here now. Great. That's looking really good. That's looking really good. I do worry, are we getting a bit of steam onto the belt up here? It doesn't look like it. Looks like it's actually working completely fine. Let's go click on this. And we set this as the destination. It's cool. Great. And then we can get them all to eat that there. There's a lot of stuff that we need to get. This is still on fire. I guess it's gonna... Yeah, this is gonna work. I guess this is gonna work in perpetuity. That's kind of nice because as soon as it runs out of energy in this location, it'll stop, and then ideally, because it's still gonna be on fire, it should come back around. I'm also thinking maybe I want to have another thermal buffer setup where we have got a little pyro machine that constantly keeps this thing on fire. That might be something that we want to do. Oh, this is looking so much better. It's looking really, really good. I've not even checked in on the basic sort of first part of the process in a little while. Oh, no. Didn't mean to do that. Did not mean to do that. That's dangerous. Dangerous. I will delete all of this stuff if I can. And then maybe just vacuum it up. Yeah. I can flamethrower it, can't I? Yeah, turn the water into flame. Lava, 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 lava. Yeah, get out of here. Go there. And you go in there as well. That's scoria. Fine, whatever. Okay. Ice. Is ice cold? I know that sounds... God damn. I know that sounds absolutely ridiculous, but it's kind of difficult to tell if ice is actually cold. Lava. There we go. Yeah, so we need to flamethrower this. Water. Sure, stick it down there. And then more water as it comes back down. Great. Sequester that over there so that it can't cause too much mischief. There we go. Better. Much better, much better, much better, much better, much better. Okay. Yeah, I feel like half of the time my issues are entirely revolving around using the hot gun or using the not hot gun. Right, good. Yeah, so that's all looking good. This is not on fire anymore. Yeah, so if it's not on fire, then that means that we need to get ourselves a thermal buffer here, here, and then use a pyro dispenser over there to occasionally heat things up and make sure that it is going on fire semi-regularly. Doesn't need to be much, but tell you what, actually, could probably do with another pyro dispenser out there. Set it on fire. Good stuff. Actually, I don't know how this is. I don't know how thermally transferent the buffer is. I don't know if the heat's going to get all the way up there. I suppose there's nothing stopping me in this specific location from building a big old thermal buffer area, which will allow us to set fire to multiple different points, which is much more efficient. There we go, that's good. That is good. I like that. I like that a lot. Are we still generating... Oh, we're not generating any water over here. Where'd all my water go? Where the heck did all my water go? The steam clearly made it all the way up to the sky, but then... What happened to the rest of it? Did it not come back down? I thought it came straight back down. That is maybe so bold to assume, but I really honestly thought that the water came straight back down. Unless it's trapped up there somewhere. I don't think it is. I maybe want to be a bit more careful, and I guess I will get a condenser. Because I need steam power to... I need steam power to work for me. Also, is this the edge of the world? This looks like the edge of the world. Honestly, not a problem. I don't think I'm going to need anything more over here. Right. Good stuff. Okay, so that's all flowing down the mountain now. Great. And then... Yeah, I will capture this. I will capture this in here. We will have condensers. Great. Capture that. Capture that in there. Get it all out of here, and then swap here. And, yep, there we go. Much better. Much better. So that does pretty much the exact same thing, but now we are absolutely having a sort of like self-contained system, which, again, I didn't think was really necessary, but hey, apparently now I have been I've been proven wrong. Proven otherwise that yes, it is absolutely necessary. Okay, look at this. It's working. It's working, it's working, it's working. Let's go set you on fire. So this will work. Great. And water, throw it into there. Marvelous. Marvelous stuff. And we got too much gold. There must be something that I can spend my gold on. There must be something that I can spend my gold on. Prismite wall. Oh, this is the aura that we need to... Oh, I see. There's like a big old aura circle. Prismite well, which siphons prismite from the aura buffer into the world. Okay. Adds 80 swarm nanobots that automatically orbit the aura. Oh, that's good, actually. That allows us to much more easily... Yeah, look at that. Basically... basically do some of the devouring without me paying 100% attention to what's going on. Let's... There you go, punt that up there. Look at this! This is great. This is a really good power system. And I don't actually need to be checking things as often as I thought. There's also no... There's no implicit need for me to turn this into a battery. Like, I like the fact that it's a battery. It makes things... I think it makes things easier. It's better. But there's no real need for me to do that. Petals are now fully automated. That's perfect. We have got, albeit, you know, don't get me wrong, a small amount of stuff that is coming through. And the reason that we do have a small amount of stuff coming through is because I think the only... Oh, this is not ideal. I will take the water out of here. I'm not quite sure how that ended up in there. Yeah, the only sand that we're getting is from the Earth strata form, which is not a huge amount, but it's better than nothing. This can get moved across. To be fair, I have not done any sort of like exploration. I've not done any real mining in a long time, and there's definitely like more mining to be done. Yeah, like in this location, stuff like over here. There we go. Nice. Nice. Very good. Yeah, and look at all the stuff that is still yet to come out of here. And in fact, I feel like we want to have a bit more of a crack in this area. Yeah. Look at that. So red sand, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen to red sand in the process, but in the sorting process, but it's probably going to be fine. Go. Let's also get some wall lights in here. You can actually see what I'm doing. Great. Rocket launcher galore. Brilliant. And then we can very quickly just get like quite a large amount of sand out of here. Go. Good stuff. Oh, what's this? The chamber returns to its original state. Ooh. Okay, what am I expected to do here? We need to get out. We can't use a flamethrower here, so that's fine. Can I squeeze through the gap here? Oh. Okay, I'm not allowed to touch that water. Yeah, okay, so I'm not allowed to touch that water. What does this thing do, though? Can't use the drill here. What can I use? Okay. We'll come back to that maybe in a little bit. I think I need to, like, pool that or activate that somehow. But not quite sure how that'll be done. There we go. Free up. Free up all of this sand. Liberate the sand. Get it out of here. And look at that. We are saturating the aura field as we speak. And it's not being... I don't need to do anything for it. It's just happening. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're going to be able to connect this up. Is that part of our existing network already? Oh, beautiful it is. Beautiful stuff. Do you know what? Make sure that's over there. Nice. Boom, 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 boom. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Easy peasy. So that's going to give me a lot more sand for a long time to come. A few more wall lights. There we go. And let's go and grab the juice there. That got me 150, which is honestly, these days, not a lot at all. In fact, it's kind of terrible. All right, let's do that, do that, do that, and then cut through the sand there. Nice. Right, am I going to get out of here now? I think I kind of am. I can just teleport up, which is maybe not the craziest idea in the world. Still need to figure out what it is that I want. Look at the size of this. Look at the size of this. This is great. Still need to figure out what I want to do next. I need to go back up to the surface. Yep, let's go and yoink that. Oh yeah, I need to get a little bit more water through here. That is maybe a little bit of a bottleneck now. We're only starting to get to the point where the amount of residue is... Let's put that in there. Yeah, we're only starting to get to the point where the amount of residue is problematic. And this, again, you will be under no surprise, is now going to become a thermal buffer box. Yep. No surprise there. Nice and great. Great. And now that will allow the belt to burn in perpetuity. That is the dream anyway. We shall see if that is in fact what works. What is this? Snow over here? Well, we'll put that in there. Oh yeah, I already have a system. I forgot that I had a system to make snow in this area. Could I upgrade permafrost surge? Increases the yeah, you know what? That's actually super valuable. That's actually kind of great. There we go. Good stuff. Yeah, I have a funny feeling that this is not a super efficient way of getting resources. Yeah. Feels problematically slow. There we go. And it also feels like I don't have the capacity to come here and sort of just spam in as much snow as I possibly can. Yeah. Yeah, I need a lot of snow. Need a lot of snow. Landing here, that's fine. It's gonna go around, no big deal. And then it just comes down and sorts out this. But you know what? The lumberling is helping out. Helping out a lot. Man, we got too much gold. We have got far too much gold. 30,000 gold. Holy cow. Right, Void Gun, which uses Void Juices and ammo. Swarm capacity? Yeah, I'm going to grab that. Form Striker nanobots? That's great. So the Void Gun, Void Juice. I don't know how we make Void Juice. Is that something that we have access to at the moment? Let's go and spend it, because honestly, I need to get rid of that. Load with Void Juice. Load the gun with Void Juice first. We do have the Void Rift. That produces the Void Seed, and that's the thing that makes the world go all funny. Let's maybe place that down there. So then this gets... Hold on. Yeah. So what is this stuff exactly? I've not... So this is Void Seed. Void Seed, if we put on a planter... Let's give this a shot. Yeah, sure, let's just throw it onto a planter box. So then you create Void Flower Soil. And then... So what happens here? Void Flower Soil, Void Flower Soil. Great, and then we flame it. What do we do with this? Maybe we cool it? No, maybe add water? Let's add some water from Here. Let's add some water. Void flower soil. Void flower soil. More void seeds. No. That's big. Do we need to get it to be a certain like size? Oh. We drilled you? And then it turns into void bloom. Wait, what? Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. Let me... Did I drill it? Is that what I did? It is what I did. Huh. Okay, and then that's void petal. Interacts with red sand. Oh, and there just happened to be red sand below here. I cannot believe that. Void petal interacts with moon hop. I've got moon hop over here, actually. Let's see what this does. Void petal? Huh. And then you create petal juice. So do we want void bloom or do we want petal juice? That is the question. So the void gun uses void juice. No, hold on. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It does use void juice. And void juice is the pink stuff. Right. How do we load it? Hold to charge shot. Okay. I don't actually know what this thing does. I think the moonshot is more valuable. I think the void the moon stuff. Yeah, uses void juice to excavate the ground. Okay. Okay, I don't know. How do I charge? This is... Yeah. Oh, also there's that in there. Let me just real quick go and grab this. There we go. Nice. That's much better. Right, so how do I get the moon shot? Because I do have a little bit of it kicking around. Yeah, drill. Planter box. So yeah, we should basically just have planter boxes under here. There's pretty much no reason not to do that. Void seeds, they can all go back up on top. Void seed. And occasionally, go take any of this stuff, put it out over there. Void bloom. Yeah, so void bloom interacts with this, the flux emanator. Converts void bloom into fluxite. Okay. Let me just do this for now. Go drill. So then void bloom, fluxite. Oh, I see that fluxite. I was like, oh, this is some new and unheard of resource. No. Only one flux emanator can exist at a time? Okay, I was going to say, that is pretty freaking valuable, to be honest. Right, so let's allow void bloom. That is what this stuff is called. There's too many flipping void things. So we want to allow void bloom. We want to disallow any other liquids. Yeah, void bloom to go down. Yeah. There. It's like a nice little arrow system that we've got going on. Cool. And then drill the heck out of that. And then basically put all of this up above. Void petals. We're going to leave void petals just sort of like over here for now. Because there's more that I want to do with that. But we'll get to it in just a sec. There we go. Okay, so it looks like however much we feed this, it'll just work. And then there we go. Water. Get this out of here. Cool. And then void bloom. Yep. Let's get that all through here. All through here. All through here. And all through here. Yes, please. Now we are talking. Void petals. Let's get that in there. And you know what? Let's do a little collection system. Nice. Beautiful. Okay, so that will allow me to ideally get this all moved back around. And then we can decide what it is that we actually want to do. Boop. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. That's just... It's infinite. It's an infinite money glitch. It's literally infinite money. Okay, so that's half of it. Right. You interact with Void Petal for the red sand. The Void Husk. Okay, so that's interesting. That's new. Void Husk. Don't know how we managed to create that. Honestly, this is great. This is great. This is flipping fantastic. Oh, this is glorious. I've got an opportunity here. Yeah, what's the best way of doing this? I mean, I don't have a tremendous amount of red sand. We've got a lot coming up. But... honestly, I mean... I think this might kind of just... It might kind of just work. It might kind of just work for the most part. We also will be able to make some pretty significant improvements and upgrades. Yeah, this is kind of great. This is kind of great. There we go. There we go. Cool. Oh. Oh, we did it. Link is ready. What's up? Threshold confirmed. The aura field is saturated enough to stabilize the next expansion battery. Open the tech tree and authorize factory tier 7 when ready. What does this do? Nanobots automatically seek out mine crystal formations as they emerge. Amazing. Unlocks the prismic well, which siphons prismaline from the aura buffer into the world. Okay, I will get that, and then we will unlock tier 7. Wow. Wow. Holy cow. We managed to do it. Okay, so the prismaline wall, we don't know what that does. That's just there. That's fine. Okay, go and get this all cleared out. Beautiful. So we can't spend anything. We can't spend our gold on anything else. Just when I've automated everything? What a shame. Right, hold on. Yeah, okay. This is a gold problem. This is a gold problem more so than anything else. Burnt residue, I suppose it can get added to the system over there. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't really need to. That water absolutely categorically should not be there at all. Yeah, stick that down there. Oh, I should have stuck it in there. It's fine. Yeah, there's a few pesky little issues everywhere, to be honest. Seeds. Yep, that can get moved down. Snow. Yeah, so we can't really have any sort of snow or anything else blocking our access, because that is a bit of a problem. This up here, this up here, this up here. Yeah, we need somewhere to store our gold. Honestly, maybe in like the caves. Maybe we want to punt the gold back down to the caves. Look at how this is not working. Gold residue. This is water? Why the heck have I got water here? Tell you what we can do. Research, upgrades. We go to the vacuum. Vacuum? I know I can upgrade the vacuum. Why am I not seeing the vacuum? Ooh, artifact guidance. Oh yeah, maybe we want to get that. Vacuum, extra tanks. Yeah, but can we not suck up liquid? Can we not suck up liquid? I also just don't know where we've managed to get this from. Vacuum. Yeah, we can't. We cannot suck up liquid. Very frustrating. Tell you what I can do then. I can get an upgrade to the grabber. Extended capacity. Oh, yeah, that's better. That's something we probably should have got like a million years ago. Means that we're no longer just filtering water round and round and round. There we go. Good stuff. Yeah, this is a bit of a mess here. I don't know why we're getting this happening. There we go. Filter that. Yeah, water and residue really, really, really do not like each other. It's a pretty bad combo, honestly. Oh, see, that's residue. Water. Yep, there we go. Filters don't like water. Literally nothing likes water. So I probably should, like, put a lid on some of this stuff. Does seem quite important. Yeah, what are we... Oh, we got, like, a little bit of lava. I bet you that's it. Bet you that's it. We'll have a bit of lava somewhere. There we go. Just get it down somewhere else. I'm quite happy to let water through. Get it out of there. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know where we're going wrong with the residue situation. Almost certainly we'll have water somewhere. Almost certainly we'll have water somewhere. That's okay though. Right. Good. Has my copious amount of dirt actually arrived yet? Seems like not a lot of dirt is coming through here. Maybe I could just go and double check on this. And whilst I'm here, there we go. Do a little excavation there. Yeah, I mean, it's coming. It's coming very, very slowly, to be honest. Is there some form of issue here? What's the... Oh, that's the moon hop stuff. That's kind of cool. Well, that can come up as well. I don't need to see that. Is that okay to come up shoots? Yeah, it looks fine. Moon hop, great. Yeah. Some of it's getting shot back down. Let's tidy this up. There we go. Much better. Yeah, good. I mean, I don't think there's anything deeply problematic with the system. It just seems to be taking rather a long time, unfortunately. Which is a bit of a shame. Red sand. Good stuff. More red sand. Yeah, I need to figure out where the red sand is actually going in these processes, but I suppose it's not too mission critical. Have I fully upgraded the weapon? The rocket launcher. Because it is real good. There we go. Good stuff. And we get through here? I somehow don't think so. It's okay. Grabber, 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 grabber. Okay. Yeah, I think, honestly, part of the... Ooh, red soil. That's different. Red soil. And that makes red sand. And then this thing regrows. Does it always regrow? I think it does. Yeah, so this is an automatic red sand producer. Interesting. So that's how we can automate the fluxite production process. Very cool. Okay, this is... Again, this... there's something in there that the artifact in there that I do definitely need to access. But I'm not super bothered about it. Can I get out of here? What the heck is this? Nothing of super interest, I don't think. But that does link up to... Yeah, it links up to my upstairs cave. That's fine. Link is a strong word. Link is a very strong word. Oh, yeah, this goes... Yeah, this is the one that goes all the way around. I remember. I remember. And then you... Yeah. Just need to come down. Can we, like... Can we put a launcher that goes... I suppose if we do... Something like that. Like, just at different intervals. It will eventually all move down to the correct location. Yep. Then you're going up and around. Oh, yeah. We're still hauling. I completely forgot that we were hauling with bots over here. Do we want to continue hauling with bots? It's so annoying that there's no other way of getting the resources out of this deep puddle. Maybe there is something that we can do. Drains the prismatine buffer, prismatine well. So both these two things are, yeah, TBD at the moment. They don't do anything. That's fine. The conveyor portal. Can we get an upgrade to the conveyor portal? Tank capacity of the void gun. I want to see the void gun in action. I've got to see the void gun in action. We absolutely have to. Hauler drone, drone fleets. Let's do it. Drone speed. Yeah, and you know what? Let's go... Oh, digger drone. Hauler drone. Where is it? It's in toolbox. Hauler drone. Delete, 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 delete. Delete all of them. There to there. And get as many of them as we can on that system as possible. Yeah, good. Great. One more. One more. That's all we need. Drop off. Oh, you can't drop off. There you go. How's that help? Perfect. Okay. So that's better. And now everybody is just going to chill out over there. Yeah, this feels like we should be able to get more resources up here. There you go. Over there, over there, over there. Great. I can't help but feel like part of it is this belt. There we go. And then that goes in there. And that goes in there. Okay. So then that'll all get smushed up to the top. Is that the issue? It's like an old... It's an old belt here. Let's cut back on that. Cut back on that. There. And there. Is that any better? Also, we can do this in one. Yeah. How about that? Come on. Launcher. Yep. And... Do you know what? That's actually just as good. Like, there's no... Yeah, there's no real reason to have any other bits and bobs in there. I will get this up to the top over here as well. And... Yep. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Double belt action. And we'll add on a whole bunch more stuff. Whole bunch more stuff. And I don't think there's anything else that is required here. This is all quite nicely working away. All the way up to the top. Yeah, I mean, pretty much we're just, like... Yeah, it's good. It's working like an absolute dream. What's not working is the lack of water, to be honest. There's too much water in the places that I don't want it to be, and not enough water in the places that I do want it to be. That's Story of life, though. Why the heck is there water over here? It must have been all of that steam that I created as part of, like, the power production process when I wasn't worrying about... When I wasn't worrying about keeping the water in the correct location. Oops. Yeah, it had to have been that. So yeah, quite a lot of water over here. Red sand still chilling over there. That's good. Yeah. Flipping water, man. Flipping water. Okay, it is definitely wettening. That is good news. That is good news. Void petals. Get them out, move them here. Yeah, you... There's got to be a better way of, there's got to be a better way of, like, merging the sand in order to, the red sand in order to do this. I mean, void bloom, void petals can be blown. Also, this is looking a little bit crazy, isn't it? I like how that triggers. I like how that works. It's quite satisfying, actually. Yeah, it's good too. This is not so good. Yeah, we need to... Yeah, really, water is the main sort of factor that is torpedoing us. How are we doing for water over here? Also, that can be returned into a battery now, I suppose, can't it? Are we out of water here? Are we losing... Are we losing some water as part of this process? The steaming process? I didn't think we were, because, I mean, that wouldn't really... Ah. Well. That rather explains the issue here. Yeah. Let's get this tidied up. Also, look at how much flippin'... Look at how much flippin' stuff my swarm thing is doing over here. Can I get prismatine swarm? Yeah, let's get this. Oh, cool. Hold on. Build that. Do that. Cancel that there. Go back. Grab. So this is prismite. Okay. The more you know. All right, steam. Let's get in there. Steam. Let's get in there. Steam. Yeah. This is not a closed loop system, apparently. This is not a closed loop system. There wasn't before because we just ran out of cold snow there. Which is not super hot. That's okay, though. You live and you learn. Live and you learn. They're definitely... I mean, we've got to figure out some better way of making water. How's this looking? This is looking great. Yeah. What I really want to do, though, is I want to also find a way of just making red sand work better. That's copper. We don't need copper. We need red sand, and actually quite a lot of it. I want to do a bit of red sand manipulation, right? There we go. Oh, that's fantastic. That's really good. Lovely stuff. There we go. Red sand. Drop it out there. Void petals. Nice. Yeah, so theoretically, if we just, like, boop down a whole bunch of red sand, like, on this line, and then just kind of left it there, that would be okay. We're also probably getting to a situation where we have got too much dry sand. Ironically enough, because all of this water is collecting over here, we are kind of turning all of the dry sand into wet sand. So maybe if we reintegrated that somehow, that would be okay. Let's go and see if this foolproof system works. Allow void bloom down. What if I do that in there? Others, void loom down. Okay. Void. Yeah, okay, that should work. It's meeting right there. They might need to be dropped on one another. That's the only thing. Oh. No, come back. Come back. Yeah. Let's do that. I feel like that's not really going to make that much of a difference, but we'll give it a shot. Okay. Yeah, so that's a bit better, I suppose. Yeah, I don't honestly love how we have to combine this. This is problematic. There we go. That's fine. Yeah, I think still like just hand mixing is the best. Yeah, which is okay. Which is okay. We're absolutely okay with that. We've got a lot of... Holy cow, we got a lot of this stuff here. There we go. Look at that. Brilliant. Okay, that leaves me with 1,200, which is quite a lot, to be honest. Can I get an extended grabber? I mean, that's just... That feels like, honestly, cheating. We can now pick up so much junk. So much stuff. Let's get you up here. Steam up and out of this area. Beautiful. I don't even need that. I need red sand. And the fact that we can get an unlimited number of void petals. Now we're talking. That is great, great, great. Right. Let's put down all of that in there. Void petals. Void petals. Great. Nice. Okay, and we can sort of just, like, manipulate them backwards, forwards. I suppose we could actually just put the void petals back up there. You know what we could do? We could get an aerokinetic fan and blow them up north. Like, would that work? I don't... It doesn't look like it actually extends past that point. Huh, okay. But yeah, something like that would not be the worst idea in the world. What if we just blow them back? Yeah, maybe that's a better way of doing it. It's a bit of a weird one, I'll grant you, because, well, yeah, it's just weird. But if it works, it works. There we go, another 1,000. Brilliant. Okay, I think we want to grab... So this stuff... Void Husk interacts with a little creature. Is that a creature that I have access to? It is. In the corraler. Oops. Hold on. Let's make a critter fence. Yep. Let's get some foundation. Let's put Void Husk in there. And then let's get our corraler. A Void Grazer converts Void Husk into Void Juice. Right click to release. Okay, Void Husk into Void Juice. And Void Juice is what we need in order to power our... There it goes. Is what we need to power our... Yeah, gun. Void gun thing. Yeah, this system of mine here needs some work. Needs some real work. There we go. But, I mean, the fact that it works exactly as you would imagine it to is great. Right, Void Juice, Void Juice. Lava is too hot to handle. Find another way to transport magma. Oh, yeah, don't care. Can we put this in here? Yeah, Void Juice is just going to chill out over there for now. Got some more Void Juice. Stick it in there. Sure, we can assemble a little bit of Void Juice. But we need those moon hops, sorry, in order to create more Void Juice. And Put it down there. Again, flawless system. I think it's all just disappeared. It's disappeared back into a little puddle over here. There we go. Put that over there. Moon hop. It travels fast. Holy cow. Void juice, void juice, void juice. Void juice, void juice, void juice. Yeah, okay. So we can get quite a lot of this stuff, but yeah, it really it's kind of difficult to handle. Right, so I want to get places a recall portal using the shard again teleports back to it. Yeah, maybe, but to be honest, I don't feel like I've really had any impact. Oh, that's cool. Caulk. Nice. Beautiful. Although, why would you not use a rocket launcher to mine? I don't understand it myself, but there you go. Anyway, what I wanted to get was the void gun. Hold to charge shot. Can we, Oh. Oh! Didn't mean to do that. So we load with void juice. What the heck is that? It's turned it into something. Void husk. Oh, I see. And then you void graze it back. Oh, that's useful. That's really useful. So we suck it up, and then so the void juice is basically entirely like a renewable resource. That's kind of cool. Right. I've got it charged, I think. Let's go and see how large it is explosion-wise. I don't honestly know what to expect. Let's is that it? Void juice to excavate the ground. I mean, that is pathetic. That is unbelievably pathetic if that's the case. That is so pathetic that it doesn't even warrant consideration in any way. It's got to be better than that. It's got to be more useful than that. I refuse to believe that that is just all that it does. Let's go see if we can try. Should I go down there? Yeah, let's go down here. I feel like I need to do a little bit more exploration. I feel like I need to find more of this moon hop stuff. And to be honest, I think I know that I can. I think I know where I can get it. Have I done anything here? Can't use the rocket launcher here. Oh yeah, I've done this. Done this room. That's indestructible. That's fine. I've got loads of power, loads of gold. Absolutely grand with all of that. Oh boy. That's gonna cause issues if I don't fix it. Yeah. Nope. Pick up lava. Can I pick up lava? Nope. Maybe I can't pick up lava. Anyway, okay. Well, you know what? That's going to be Future Potato's problem. Don't care. Right. So, moonhop stuff. I've got red soil down here. And in fact, quite a lot of it. So that is, of course, going to be great. I think, I mean, I know we're kind of like at the limit of what... Yeah, we're maxed out here. Maybe I want to get an upgrade to the... Maybe I want to get an upgrade to the shovel. Also, I'm definitely going to get an upgrade to the drill bit. Yeah. But I think a lot of the other stuff that we're going to start to see as the early access period... Oh, something over there. As that continues... What is this, by the way? Void flower soil. Oh, we know how to get rid of that. Oh, no. Okay, so that doesn't drill. It doesn't drill right here. Okay, that's just worth keeping in mind. We can now drill through stone at a slightly less tedious pace, but it's still not that much better. That's fine. Just worth keeping in mind. But yeah, I think... What were you? You were moon crystal. Did you give me moon hop? Yeah, you give me moon hop. So that is something that I would like to keep. Can I... Yeah, I can destroy you with a with one of these bad boys. That's great. That's really good. Okay, you know what? Put all this moon hop right up onto the belts, because you are going to allow me to make a functionally infinite amount of void juice as soon as I get back upstairs, which is real nice. It's fantastic, in fact. Yep, maze. We've done the maze. Copper's down here. Copper, unfortunately, we cannot mine with the explodey weapon. This looks like some more... Have I been down here? Yeah, I've definitely been down here. Yeah, it looks like some more moon hop over there, isn't it? Yeah, moon crystal, which we can destroy and turn into moon hop, which is fine. Boop. Turn it into steam. Don't really know why. Don't really care. Yeah, so it's just a whole bunch of sand, really. A whole bunch of sand, whole bunch of resources. Can we get into this location? We can. We're gonna have to mine out a little bit of copper to get over here. Yeah, man, that drill is not... It's not winning any awards, is it, for speed? On the contrary, I think. It might win worst drill. Although I could, to be honest, I could upgrade it. I could spend a little bit of time making the fluxite in order to upgrade it. But if you just wave your arms side to side, then that tends to be enough. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You are exactly what I was looking for. Well, one of the potential things that I was looking for. Also, is this all of the potential bugs that I found in the game? Animals, that is? I think so. Yeah. Keep going through here. Amazing. Oh, yeah. That's good. Lava? Oh. Oh, okay. Let me guess. You're not going to allow me to touch the water here? Kind of figured that out. Grabber, flammable. Can I can use a flamethrower. Can I use... I'm probably going to have to use, like, the... Can I fire the laser, the gun? Strictly for digging, not for killing. I've really not used this much at all. Maybe I should be upgrading that. What else? The flare gun? Yeah, I think I can use the flare gun here. Because the flare gun, like, falls. Yeah, there you go. And that's flammable? Apparently not. Shoots flare that lights up an area. Yeah, I thought it was flammable. Turns out it's not. Anything else that I can get? Lava, I suppose? Can we use the lava gun in here? There we go. Okay. Easy enough. Lava comes down here, freezes the ice. Bada bim, bada boom. We get across, we get our artifact. Nice. Okay, I'll take it. Right. Incendiary rockets, triple burst creates an augment in this slot. Yeah, can I get another augment over there? And endurance, I guess? Sure. Also, I think I saw... Just down here, I think I saw some more activity. Some more stuff. I could definitely use with... I could definitely do with getting the navigator gun, whatever it's called. The locator. Some more moon hop, a few other bits and bobs, but nothing really that interesting out over there. Maybe I didn't see anything at all. That's fine. Can we get... Yeah, release the lava there. Why the heck not? Yeah, I mean, generally, it seems like the interesting areas to explore can all be destroyed, can all be accessed with the weapons. So the ability to sort of like blow up the land, that is something that generally leads to new interesting areas. I don't think copper is hiding sort of any of the areas that we would like to access. Maybe that's incorrect, but I don't think that's the case. There's probably something out here as well. Well, that's a good amount of water, to be fair. And lots of red sand. So yeah, I think the next part of the factory objectives are almost certainly going to contain the requirement to get a lot of red sand. Yeah. What's this up here? Steam up here? It's fine. Okay. Right. I think... ooh, 2 more lumberlings. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Oh, that's an infinite red sand production facility. What the heck is that over there? Oh. It's gone now. Is that like a little cat motif? It's cool. Yep, that's the bottom of the void room where we got the void crystal. We know that. Okay, good. I'm just doing a little bit of... Oh, yeah, a little bit of exploration. And for good reason as well. Seems like there are some compatriots down here. To be fair, they're not actually that useful. They just light up decoratively. Which is fine. Can we even access that area? I don't even know. What the heck? What the heck? How did I do that? I teleported. What? How did I actually legitimately do that? I am not sure. We can drill. That's okay. That's fine. Oh, boy. Well, that makes life a lot easier. That's an incredibly large amount of lumlings. Oh, beautiful. Come to me. Come to me. Come to me. Come to me. Okay. Anything else up here? No. Okay. Yeah, I think we gotta head back. I think we gotta head back upstairs, and I've not yet done anything with the... Oh, almost missed you, buddy. Almost missed you. Not yet done anything, and you, in fact. Not yet. Can we get through here? Yeah, we can. Not yet done anything with the void gun. That is something that I do want to try out. Ooh, and there's even more. I didn't even realize they were here. Cool. Yoink. Thank you very much. Take him. And we're able to fight our way back to the surface via this way. Is this a drillable area? It absolutely is. That means that I'm going to get through. Yoink. And do you know what? I will just try and move up a whole bunch of that red sand. Just because I think we might need it at some point in the future. But that's okay. Right. That is good. That is good. That is very, very good. I am happy with how this has all come through. Let's go and... There we go. Get through all of that. And where's all of my moon? Has my moon hop been hopefully moved all the way over into this bin over here somewhere? Oh, well. It was an attempt, I suppose. But now we are leaking water. There we go. Good. Yeah, now we're leaking water. We've probably got some fairly large problems. What is going on over here? Why have we got gold on the belts? Are we... Oh, yeah, we are massively over gold capacity here. This is not good. Right. In fact, yeah, pretty much our entire problem, our entire system has broken down because we have got too much gold. There is literally nothing that I can do with it right now. We bought every upgrade. And it's not enough. Good. I need to put a lid on this entire base to funnel this. We're still getting steam from something down here, which is almost certainly like lava or something. I don't know why this is... What is the issue here? I do not know what... I do not know what's going on here. Yeah, weird. Anyway, yeah, where's my moon hop? I added loads of... I took loads of moon hop up just for this... For this exact purpose. It should be kicking around somewhere. I just can't seem to see it. Also, I need to clear out the gold out of here. That's, shouldn't be too difficult to do, but yeah, that's going to give me like an extra 5,000 gold or something. That is bonkers. Cannot believe that all of the problems that we have basically had were because, we said too much gold. Had too much gold. Right, tidy out the wet sand a little bit. That shouldn't be too difficult. There's some moon hop that is in here that has made it through. It's fine. Gold. Yep. Great, great, great. Just a little quick tidy up. Fantastic. And take that through. Look, we're actually using the second one. Also, this filter here. Yeah, we're going to... Can I copy? Yep. C, Control V, paste. No. Come on. Right. Think I've fixed the issues that we were having here. It's all water. It's all the same issues. It's all the flippin' same issues. All the same issues. There we go. Get rid of that. Water. I'm not having any more flippin' water in this system. Right. Let's also get launcher out there so we can just like move. No. Move this further away. There we go. Move this further away from the conveyor belt. That is what we need to see. Right. Moon hop. Yes. Where the heck is the rest of my moon hop gone? I had like a whole load of it. There's like a tiny, tiny, tiny bit that's made it up. Maybe it's still in transit? Maybe? Put that down over there. Some of it's here? Some? I feel like I had way more than that. Yeah, like a lot has made it... A lot only made it to here. Okay, well that's fine. We now have a whole bucket full. Let's go and put you down there. Yeah, let's contain you into like that area there. This stuff is like unbelievably difficult to manage. Yeah, it's a challenge. Void juice. I just feel like I'm losing it every time that I place it down here. Right, void bloom. Great. That's there. Right, so now we take some void petals and we introduce that to the mix there. And then I will take the void gun. Load with void juice. We take that. We hold to charge the shot. And we fire. Yeah, so I feel like we can definitely do more there. But for now, it's... Yeah, we need to... Yeah, there we go. That's better. That's much better. Okay, so we still have a little bit more moon hop, which means that we still need a few more petals. A few more petals into the mix. Great. And then moon hop. Great. Just combine it over there. Good. And let's go back to... There we go. Sucking up all the void juice. Great. And in fact, what we can do is we can go get the corraler. We can go get another void crazer. There we go. Let's get the two of you released. Let's get another one. Let's get all these guys out here. And let's get all of you. There we go, into that. There must be, like, flipping lava in this corner here. Yeah, that's it. There, yeah. Okay, well, you know what? I kind of just don't care. Just leave it. Leave it be. That has... There's a tiny little bit there. That's it. Tiny little bit there. And that has been causing a significant amount of nuisance for quite a long time. Right. Charge up. Great stuff. That leaves me basically fully juiced. And then hold to charge the shot. So that's the maximum amount of firepower that we can have. Let's go test it out. Sure. Okay, you know what? I tell you what, it's not bad. It's not bad. When we do actually get to use the full might of it, it's not bad. I mean, it's not amazing. It's very much okay. This is crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, I think, honestly, if we were to play longer, then we would need to, like, find a place for our gold to get stored. You know, caves and caves of gold, I think, is probably what you have to do. This is pretty cool as well, this prismatine stuff. Prismite stuff. Yeah, it's really nice. Have we got any... We've not actually got a huge amount of this stuff left. To be fair, we probably need to move to a system where we are not using this for batteries anymore. There's almost no reason to do that. And cryoblasting, yep, it's great. Love the fact that we were able to get even more gold out of this whole... whole freaking setup. Yeah, it's good. I tell you what, our power generation is still not where it needs to be. This freaking system, man. I guess we do lose. I guess we do lose water. We have to lose water, because otherwise this would not make sense. This would not make sense. If indeed... Yeah. There's got to be some loss of water in the steam making process. Again. Okay, maybe I'm just, again, talking absolute nonsense because these condensers, yet again, need more snow. Flippin' heck. I don't know if there's anything... I don't know, does ice keep a thermal buffer cooler for longer? I'm honestly not entirely sure. But, there we go. Quite easy to fix now because we've got such a large grabber. It's perfect. Look at the amount of stuff that we're able to do with this thing. It's crazy. There we go. Good. And then that gets us more water. The water can get circulated again. And we can get more power. And then we can keep on keeping on. Wowzers. Okay, I think we absolutely have to wrap up there. This has been far too much fun. And also... we have got so much gold that we are now starting to, I mean, seriously run up against the limits of what our factory can handle. I'm pretty chuffed with how this factory's come together. I absolutely do not think that I've got a perfect sort of shaker setup. Far from it, in fact. There's definitely a lot of improvements that can be made. See, the fact that there's flipping water down there, that's really bad. This water always ends up causing a nuisance over here, but I'm not unhappy with it. Like, I think on the whole, it's actually decent. You know, it's fine. The major issues that we have had as part of this entire setup. Also, are you? Well, that's weird. Yeah, you were just not on fire because there was a tiny little pile of sand there. Very interesting. Anyway, yeah, the major issues that we've had have mostly been just because the factory hasn't scaled up enough. This setup, therefore, I'm gonna chalk that up to a pretty decent win, to be honest. I'm really, really happy with how this has all come together. This is still looking a little bit funky, and honestly, it's not really required. Don't really know what we're doing here. But hey, it's good. It's good. Looks good. Looks good. There we go. Residue. Get you moved up to the top. I can't help it. I can't help but caring and moving things around. Because it does look really, really good. And look at all this water. This must be the water that we created from so much of the steam turbine off drift. This is looking great. It's looking great over here. Cool. Right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you ever so much for watching. This has been Sandustry. Really, really good game. You should go check it out. I can't wait to see what happens throughout the course of development. I'm really happy with the amount of progress that I was able to make, especially in that first episode as well. That was really, really good fun. I don't usually play games for a second time, but I think Sandustry, given the sheer amount of content that was here, was definitely worth checking out. I'm a big fan of this game. I really, really, really want to return to it, and in fact, I absolutely categorically will be returning to it when more features, bits and bobs are added. I'll be expanding this factory. Oh, look at this. Absolutely crazy. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching, folks. I've been Orbital Potato. I'll catch you next time. Bye.